Hey YouTube, it's echobear, and today I want to be an app for you guys that's called YANKAI'S Triangle. Now before I get into talking about this weird yet fun app, let's get through some of the serious stuff. So YANKAI'S Triangle is made by Kenny-san, and the first version that I can find of it being released was on November 2nd, 2016. And this is a puzzle app. If you've ever played any of those games where you have to rotate pieces around to try to get like colors to match and connect to each other, it's like that. So another good way to kind of explain this game is a multi-lock, combination lock kind of thing. Pretty much you start with the triangle in the center, you have to rotate it around, move out to the next ring of triangles, move them around to fit to the center one, they will snap in, and then you move out and out and out until it's one giant triangle that's been mushed together. And that is honestly this entire game. That is the entirety of this game. That is your goal. And it's wonderfully creative because what you see changes, the colors change, it just, okay, I'm dancing around this. This app is kind of creepy, in all honesty. If someone would have told me that this app is based around a creepypasta where you're unlocking some kind of evil thing that's gonna come and get you, I would believe them, because this game is very, 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 very vague and creepy at the same time. It's very weird. But pretty much the sound effects are very loud and booming. Every time you connect pieces, it's a very loud, kind of jarring sound. The background music is odd, to say the least. When you complete games, it feels like you did something bad somehow. I don't get it either, but it feels like you've somehow broken the game, or it's one of those .exe games where once you move on to a level, it's gonna begin to get scary at some point, but it never does. It just kind of keeps this even keel. It just kind of keeps this even keel of creepy going on throughout the whole thing. Now, I didn't notice this at first when I was playing the game because I didn't have the sounds on. And this was only something that I noticed once I did have the sounds on to playtest it like that. So if you don't play with the sounds, this is just a very colorful, bright, interesting, kind of odd, vaporwave-ish looking puzzle game. But with the sounds, it crosses that line into creepy somehow. And we're nowhere near October, so I don't know why I'm reviewing a game that's kind of creepy, but I didn't expect it to be creepy, so here we are. And just to come back to the sound for a second, there's no music. It's just static mixed with outside noises. And it's very weird. So like I said, if you leave the sound off, it's just an innocent, harmless seeming puzzle game. If you turn the sound on, it crosses the uncanny valley into creepy. But despite that, this game is really, 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 really well done and really well executed, in all honesty. Yeah, I did get creeped out by it, but honestly, it's one of those games where you just start up the game, you get into the game, and there's no tutorial. You're pretty much on your own to figure out the mechanics yourself, and it's very easy and very quick to do that. Most games are, even with puzzle games, for whatever reason, even if they're the simplest match 3, drag you through 3 or 4 levels of tutorial. This one pretty much just plops you in, be like, hey, have fun, figure it out, and lets you go off and lets you play this entire game. Just go, be free, I believe in you. Here's a creepy game. It's weird, guys. But as you progress, it has a natural progression of eventually getting harder, because some of the levels you can flip around fairly quickly and figure out the puzzle really fast. As you get deeper into the levels, you can get to the very last like circle of triangles and not be able to finish it because there are multiple matches for each row. So you have to go back and figure, almost like reverse engineer the puzzle, figure out what the outer layer needs, how do you connect that in the inner layers, and then move in and then back out to solve the puzzle. It's very creative and it takes like a lot of thinking, even though you don't really think that just matching up triangle points would really be that complicated. So honestly, I don't know what to say about this game, because on one end it's brilliantly executed, it's super fun to play, it's definitely a brain tickler, it makes you think about what you're doing since there isn't any hand holding, there's no power-ups, there's nothing like that you see a lot in the App Store these days. It's pretty much just, oh, here you go, have fun, off you go. But at the same time, there's the creepiness and like that creepy factor to it. So yeah, it's a very weird combination of things, because if you didn't turn on the sound, it would just seem like your average everyday game, but you turn the sound on and it becomes nightmare fuel. So honestly, for the creepiness aspect, it doesn't detract from the game, and it may even like attract more players who may see this game as weird or artistic or creative in some other way that I'm not seeing it. But I did honestly enjoy playing it. It's a lot of fun, it's really well executed, there's not a lot to it, and when you go into the settings and it's still hard to figure out what you're doing there, that's a bit of a downside, but I can look past it. So for everything this game has and for what it is, I honestly, if you guys need something to just play in between classes and waiting rooms, just when you're bored, I'd recommend this one, and I have to give it about a 7 out of 10. It's nothing too groundbreaking or incredible, but it's still really fun, and if you want to creep out your friends, be like, hey, I found this out, make sure you listen to the sound. Like, that's a good one. Definitely try that. I want to know if you do that. That's so mean. Don't do that. But anyways, if you guys do want to try this game, links will be down in the description. As always, make sure to stick to the very end of this video to see more stuff that I've done. I'll probably post some like spooky apps to go with this one if you guys want to check out some more spooky-ish apps. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!